That's pace yourself during the game as a rookie. You're playing coming from college. The game is so slow in college, and when you come to the NBA, you figure, wait a minute, this 24-second shot clock, that's not much, but you realize after about 4 times up and down the court, wait a minute, how do I figure this out? How do I switch gears? How do I lock in and play defense and then run my butt off to the other end as fast as I can to get an easy layup? And a lot of those things is not about being in shape, but the mentality and understanding how to take advantage of the next play.
Yeah, I like that. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Howard is out there with Davis, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot.
Well, when he joined the Lakers, LeBron knew it would be a challenge. Joining a young team with a losing record. It's reminiscent of his return to Cleveland. But this go-round proving even harder.
And under the microscope in Los Angeles, some questions about LeBron's leadership, sitting apart on the bench and Chris courting other superstar players.
Well, I mean, and when you're losing, everything gets magnified, Kevin. We all know that. I mean, LeBron's had his critics his whole career. He continues to prove them wrong. He just wants to get back on that winning track because that would do a lot to quiet.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. So it's the Lakers now. James looking around. And coming up as an only child in difficult circumstances. LeBron James said he had to grow up early, take charge of his life at a young age.
Yeah, that's what made him such a solid person and a great basketball player. Ever since he sought control of his own destiny, Kevin, he empowered trusted friends along the way. He's paved a new path for players taking ownership of their careers.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
And with Embiid and Ben Simmons both at their best in the paint, maybe not the ideal fit if you're the Sixers and you had to trade one of them. Which is it?
Oh, man, that's so tough. They're both great players, GA, but Embiid, his health remains a question mark. And Simmons, you know, imagine if you have a team of shooters built around him like Giannis in Milwaukee. That's a tough question.
5 on the clock. Davis, the pass to James. Simmons with the defensive effort. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Such an impressive athlete. The way Simmons moves on the drive is so natural and under control.
James against Simmons. James outside. Embiid against Howard. Goes back up. That one misses. Good D by Embiid. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. The pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
This is what a point guard should do. Simmons is so adept at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
A triple-double machine. I mean, Ben Simmons surpassed by only the great Oscar Robinson with the pace he's piling up.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And you look at the all-around impact of Ben Simmons, already a star and an all-star. You know what, Chris? If he adds a jump shot, how good do you think he can be?
Whoa. Some say you better polish up that MVP trophy. I mean, perimeter shooting, the only thing he really lacks.
Here's Harris, right side Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Like whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a poster.
Lakers trail by 4. James finds Cousins. Now Green, guarded by Embiid. LeBron against Simmons. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Green, missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Look at the fearlessness. It comes into play.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
It'll be a jump ball.
So it's Philadelphia now. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis. Dudley comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Green. And Quinn Cook subbed in for James. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the foul. It's on Quinn Cook. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here is Harris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's Simmons penetrating. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
What focus from the young guard. I like how Simmons stayed locked in on scoring despite the contact.
Cook looking it over. Pass to McGee. Over Horford. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
We've got Caldwell Pope. JaVale McGee is out there with Jared Dudley. And it's LeBron James. And it's Cousins in at the center position. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
Yeah, he went from not even playing basketball to the number 3 pick in a matter of just 4 years. As Joel Embiid puts it, his life is a movie.
And the NBA veteran Luc Baamute hosts a camp every summer in Cameroon. Embiid basically was forced to attend it. And the rest, Chris, is history.
Yeah, 16 years old, when he moved to the U.S. He didn't speak English. He was getting teased and bullied. They laughed him out the gym. And that's when his competitive nature took over and carried him to greatness. Hope he's laughing now.
A shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Philadelphia leading by 7. Here's Richardson. A shot off that time. Great D that time from James. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
Oh, I love how Embiid ran the floor there. I mean, he found his spot and finished strong.
The drive by James. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And Cousins kicks to Dudley. Fires the 3. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Such a massive guy. Cousins is a wrecking ball on the glass.
Harris outside. He dishes it to Horford. Outside for Simmons. Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories had they stayed healthy?
Wow, I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to, a guy like a Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. He and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies when Grant started his career off in Detroit. And to see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he had so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden? We got hurt in his senior year, had to shoot free throws with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Davis is checked in for Dudley. Green comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rajon Rondo subbed in for LeBron. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, and you got to count the poor health for the Lakers last season, hampering their ability to compete. The longest injury layoff in LeBron James' career. And all told, more than 200 games missed to injury, Kev.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Here's Burke. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. There's the triple. And it's Green, missing. And the Lakers parting ways with their head athletic trainer from last season and hoping for more health this year.
Wow, well, we all know it's a result-oriented business. I mean, luck can play a big role with injuries, believe me. Teams count on their training staff to keep players in the game.
Here's McGee. Not going to go that time. Nice D from Scott. The 76ers leading by 9. Burke, the pass to Scott. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. There's 1:17 left in the first half. Outside Rondo. Here's McGee. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
Rondo with the steal. Here's Davis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's not who they want guarding him. I mean, the size mismatch is just too big. All he has to do is just keep attacking the rim.
The Lakers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. That one misses for Davis. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. O'Quinn, high post. Cousins is there. Rondo with the steal. On the wing, Davis. Back to Rondo. McGee inside. O'Quinn defending. Now Burke. From outside the arc, McGee with the block, and he gets it back. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to... Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a nice 7-point lead. And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, right?
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers.
Well, obviously, they were outshot. I thought they mailed it in too many times in terms of their effort. People weren't moving, they weren't screening, and they definitely weren't hustling. They need to hit the ground running to be competitive in the second half, or they could get blown out.
And that'll do it for us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the 76ers. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. At the elbow, Horford. 4 on the shot clock. Harris. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
I mean, he does things that other bigs simply can't. Horford, a phenomenal passer for his position. And for the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Lakers trail by 9. The drive by James. Count it. Good.
Oh, there's no slowing down LeBron. Even if you hit him on the drive, he fends it off well with the strength.
Philadelphia shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge.
Good D by Embiid.
And another miss. Woo, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Awesome at cutting inside. The quick feet of Simmons are hard to keep up with on the drive.
The creation of the super teams, Chris, is enough being done to ensure a competitive balance in the NBA.
I think so. I think that every year you're going to have to evolve in trying to do enough and to see what happened the previous year. But yeah, and the fact remains, though, Kevin, is, you know, I like working with you. You're my friend. I would go work with you. And in basketball, you want to go play with your friends.
Same stuff, yeah.
How do you stop that?
Right.
I don't know. When guys get to hang out in the summer and say, wouldn't it be cool if we got to play together, our kids would play together, and we could win one? That's going to be hard to deter. So I just think it's about how strong the will of the friends are, and more importantly, what is the league doing to kind of not necessarily give as much incentive to do that, but I think the league is doing a great job staying proactive, giving guys a lot of incentive, a lot of reason, a lot of dinero to stay at home with their team.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Timeout called the Lakers.
I'm not really sure I've ever seen a center who could play bully ball in the paint, then step out and hit the 3, than give you the handles in the mix like Joel Embiid. I mean, him and Boogie Cousins are really the only two that come to mind.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Rajon Rondo. The drive by James and the dunk by LeBron.
And James shows no mercy on his drives to the rim. Vicious at penetrating inside.
Simmons with it. 9 points in the game so far. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And even though Embiid has that deep range, he prefers to throw his weight around inside.
And he should, Kevin. And at times, a lack of spacing has forced him to step outside. I mean, he's as gifted as you can get on that block. I mean, you got to get him the ball down there with space to work.
Lakers trail by 11. Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
Improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Simmons inside, working on James. Simmons inside. James covering. No good from Simmons. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Here's Davis. Some solid defense from Harris.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Over Howard. Harris misses.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And the 76ers call time here.
Yeah, Kevin, and think about this. The Sixers last season took the Raptors to 7 games in the Eastern semis. That buzzer-beating series ending fall-away jumper 4 times bouncing on the rim by Kawhi. Philly hoping to go further this time.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And it's Simmons penetrating. Kicks it to Horford. Wide open. And too long on the shot.
The defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Richardson.
Well, you got to be careful around James. Always looking to get to the line whenever you can.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second.
Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron will probably never be able to escape.
Off target at the rim.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Embiid kicks to Harris. Missed. And we've reached the end of the third. Philadelphia ahead, up by 6. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. LeBron James is out there with Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Howard. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Davis in at the power forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Simmons against James. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. Howard in the post. Embiid's there. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
It's a battle boxing Howard out. Too big, too strong.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
Los Angeles making a switch here. McGee's checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And they double up LeBron. Caldwell Pope for 3. And Embiid pulls it down. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injury.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Lakers trail by 5. Here's LeBron. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Harris.
James is a workhorse down deep. When he's close to the basket, you better wrap him up.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Green, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And both free throws, good for James. Philadelphia leading by 3. At the elbow, Horford. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's James. Here's McGee. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Specialty of McGee's. I mean, he's a high-activity guy who's opportunistic on the offensive glass.
8 feet away. And Embiid finishes inside. And the 76ers lead by 3.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
James laid in with a nice touch off the glass. James has got 15 points in just the second half.
Powerful presence on the court. It's hard to match James' strength inside.
And they double up Simmons. Harris dishes to Embiid. Horford trying to free himself up. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist from Tobias Harris.
I like seeing Embiid rise to the occasion. He knows how to capitalize during important stretches of games.
Here's James, and it's sent back by Horford. And they'll keep possession. And it's Davis missing. The 76ers leading by 4. Passes it to Embiid. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Oh, he's a polished interior player. I love seeing Embiid establish himself down low and then go to work.
Timeout called the Lakers. They're behind by 6. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
Yeah, he's always going to be a main scorer for them, and tonight they really let him loose. Almost half their points have come through him, and we're so used to seeing him have nights like this that we almost take it for granted.
The drive by James uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got 19 points.
Oh, I love how James takes hold of these possessions. When his team needs a basket, he steps up to the plate.
Simmons on the wing, covered by LeBron. Simmons finds Harris. 6 to shoot from 13. And Horford wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Horford's got his first bucket in this one.
And look, I respect how Horford rarely tries to move out of his skill level. He knows what he can do and does it well. And James loves these big moments. He isn't afraid to shoot it when the game is on the line.
James against Simmons. Richardson outside. Dishes it to Horford. That one goes in.
Well, turn up then. And Horford, one of the great leaders in the game. Sometimes you gotta lead by example, especially in the clutch.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
For your Lakers, LeBron James. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5. And he is unable to get the second one.
They'll take it, even with the miss. Anything they can do to cut into the lead.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Dwight Howard. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Always an adventure from the line. One of the few blemishes on Howard's career.
And so Howard nails both of them.
And now down to a 1-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Simmons. And now we've got the intentional foul. There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and that's an intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really want. He's got one more, though.
And more recognition for all the things he does. Horford's finally gone from underrated to appreciated.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 4. 11 seconds left in the 4th. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Time is of the essence. Basket and a foul. That's got to be the game plan.
Go
11 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Davis. Count it!
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
I mean, you got to love the skill set Simmons possesses. A nightly triple-double threat. He stuffs the stat sheet.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And it's a wrap. any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those few.
So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Al. The coach mentioned he wanted to come into this building and do whatever was necessary to win. Did you think you guys had the intensity to get that done?
Yeah, no question. I like the energy from our team from the beginning. To be able to come in here and get a win like this, it feels good.
Great road win tonight, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.